Good afternoon, everyone. We would like to welcome everyone at the Embassy of India in Japan for today's event, India-Japan Skill Connect, Globalization and Skilled Workers. To begin, we have a short video presentation on e-migrate.
Supporting migrant workers at every step, Ministry of External Affairs has launched a transformative initiative in the form of e-migrate project to better protect workers from the complexities and challenges they face in search of employments abroad. E-migrate aims to empower Indian migrant workers through legal migration while simplifying and streamlining the migration process through e-governance. A mobile app has been developed to make the e-migration process easier. Through this mobile application, you can now track the application status, search for recruitment agents and foreign employers, as well as lodge complaints and get the necessary information online, all with just one click. To further improve the facilities, e-migrate portal has been integrated with multilingual features through Bhashini, DigiLocker, Common Services Center CSCs and Umang app. E-Migrate Project, an initiative of the Overseas Employment and Protector General of Emigrants, OE and PGE Division of the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, connects all the key stakeholders of e-migration electronically on a single platform. Therefore, always remember to use e-Migrate portal while searching for employments abroad. Because Indian diaspora not only contributes integrally to the economy and development journey of India, but also of the destination countries. In addition, they work at enhancing the important links of diplomatic, social and cultural relations between the two countries. E-Migrate. Simple, secure migration. From the complexities and challenges they face in search of employments abroad. E-Migrate aims to empower Indian migrant workers through legal migration while simplifying and streamlining
For the video. Next, we'd like to invite Shri R. Madhusudan, Deputy Chief of Mission, to make the opening remarks.
Sri Vedmani Tiwari, CEO, National Skill Development Corporation, Mr. Kume Masato, Deputy General Manager, International Affairs Department, Japan International Trainee and Skilled Worker Cooperation Organization, Mr. Love Bharadwaj, Assistant Vice President in India. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for attending this event today. Strengthening cooperation in the area of skill development and creation of employment opportunities has been a focus for both India and Japan. India today has one of the youngest demographics in the world, and the median age of the Indian population is one of the lowest. Considering this, it is only natural that skill development of this large section of population is a national priority for India. Indian professionals are in demand the world over, and they have made their marks wherever they are present. Friends, India and Japan share a special strategic and global partnership. This partnership transcends the bilateral domain and today encompasses all conceivable sectors. Japan and Japanese companies are on the lookout for skilled human resources from abroad. As per a recent study, Japan will have a shortfall of over 700,000 foreign workers by 2030. Today, the number of Indians in Japan is only about 48,000. This is extremely small when compared with the number of Indians abroad at any given point of time. The Indian community in Japan, though small, has made its mark in contributing to this society. Considering the extremely good relations India and Japan enjoy, this number needs to be much higher. Recognizing the need for more people to people exchanges and to alleviate the shortage of foreign workers in Japan, with the knowledge that Indian professionals can fill in the gap, when Speaker of the House of Representatives of Japan, His Excellency Mr. Fukushiro Nukaga, visited India and met Prime Minister Modi in August 2024, the two leaders agreed to increase the number of Indian workers in Japan by at least 50,000 over the next 5 years. The two countries are now working to implement this proposal. Besides this, governments of the various prefectures, such as Shizuoka, are making targeted efforts to attract Indian talent to work in their companies. There are also other active steps being undertaken in skilling Indian youth, including in the Japanese language. What we need to do now is to scale up these activities to a massive scale. That is what we in the government and we in this embassy are working towards. Today, we have a lineup of esteemed speakers and industry experts who will share their knowledge on the theme of globalization and Indian skilled workers. I look forward to enriching discussions on this important topic. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your remarks. As we move on with the program, we humbly request our esteemed speakers to keep their presentations within the allotted time. Next, we'd like to invite Mr. Kume Masato, Deputy General Manager from Japan International Training and Skilled Worker Cooperation, or JITCO, for his presentation.
皆さん、こんにちは。Very good afternoon. My name is Masato Kume from JITSCO. JITSCO is a supporting organization for Japanese companies, Japanese supervising organization who are accepting the foreign skills. And I'm now belonging to international department, and we are the wind person for the, I can say, with foreign the entity and the sending organization. Our main service is, how can I say, we are consisting from those companies who are accepting foreign nationals, foreign human resources from many countries, STATP and SSW. So when our members are asking who is the best sending organization from this country, so we are supporting them to support. So anyway, today, thank you for invitation for this event from Indian parties, Mr. Sudan, Deputy Chief of Mission, and Tiwari-san from NSDC. We are cooperating with the NSDC daily basis. And first of all, we would like to emphasize with NSDC, we are now planning to make a tour to India with our members, 15 companies who are who are interested in human resources from your country. And this will be held in February next year, from 2nd to 1 week short trip. And we are now discussing NSDC intensively, which is the best program. So today, how can I say, I heard from embassy, this event is being joined by Japanese companies through video. So I prepare the Japanese presentation and I speak in Japanese, but for your references from non-Japanese non-Japanese people, I prepared the English translation as well. So please refer your English translation as well. So can I click the slide? Who is it? Which one? Do you have any click? Who is controlling? Hi, okay. Thank you. So, page 2, I would like to explain a little about, how can I say, ごめんなさい。Japanese. Excuse me. 最初に世界の労働市場の、動向ということでですね、皆さんご存知のように労働市場っていうのは大きく変わっていましてですね、日本はこれから、毎年60万人、600,000 human resources or labor is shortening every year in Japan. And, という状況で、労働市場が大きく変わっていると。これはなぜかっていうと、アメリカとか欧州とかですね、そういった国々の、不法移民とか、移民労働者に対する風当たりというようなこともあって、特にアメリカでは大統領選を終えて、今後ますます厳しくなっていくと。で欧州のドイツとかフランスとか、その他、これまで移民、特にアフリカ系とかからですね、受け入れた国々も政治的な問題もあり、選挙のたびにですね、厳しくなっていくということで、皆さん、じゃあこれからどうするんだということで、合法的な移民を、どんどん入れていこうということで、不法移民は排除、強制送還。ただ、合法的な労働移民は受け入れていきましょうという動きになっているという中で、世界の人口、世界の労働人口の獲得競争が激化しているということになります。で特にアメリカはメキシコ国境の問題もあるし、それぞれ、欧州は欧州で、不法移民を厳格化していこうということで、アフリカ系の人を減らしていくと。じゃあ次に、でも人は足りないんでどうしていくかっていうとなると、アジアに目が向いているということになっています。ですからアジアも、アジア人材の人材獲得競争は、どんどん激化しているということで、で、一方で東南アジアは、これまで日本が受け入れた、ベトナムとかフィリピンとか中国とか、そういった国々も年齢が高齢化してますし、もうすぐアジア全体も高齢化社会に突入するという中で、じゃあ、アジアで一番これから可能性があるのはどこかっていうと、やっぱり南アジア。で特にインドっていうのは、後ほどご説明しますけども、平均年齢が28歳。日本の平均年齢は48歳ということで、ますます注目をしていく必要があるだろうということです。じゃあ、next two pages, please. next, please. Thank you. で、すいません。で、ポテンシャルオブインディアということでですね、今ご説明申し上げた人口のところです。インドのまず、ポテンシャルということでいくと、人口の多さ、世界もナンバーワンです。で、平均年齢が若い。日本は48歳、インドは28歳ということです。で、さらに高度経済成長ということで、高い経済成長を維持しているということで、2023年も 7.6% ということで、で、GDP は、ここ20年で8倍になっているというような状況。それから、メイクインインディア、スキルインディアということで、いろんな政策を取ってらっしゃって、送り出しにも熱心。で、インドの、例えばスズキ自動車とか、トヨタも出てますし、大きな企業がインドにどんどん進出しているという状況です。で、一方で、ここが実際のニューエントリーフロムインディアトゥジャパンですけど、こっちが技能実習で、トレーニー法、TATP、 で、こっちが特定技能で SSW ということで、まだまだこんな人数ということで、2022年の12月、2020年の1年間で380人と600人で、トータルで450人にも満たないという状況なんで、これからますます可能性というのは秘めている。で、インド人材というのがこれだけいて、これだけ素晴らしい人がいるんですと。それで、高い海外への就職希望も持ってらっしゃいますし、そういったことを啓蒙していく必要があるなというふうに思っています。で、next please すいません。はい。characteristics of Indian ということですけども、教育に熱心、eager to education ですね。で、多様性ということで、民族、食文化、言語ということで、同じインドって言ってもすごく広いんで、州によって大きく違うと。で特に、ノースイーストインディア、北東部は、アジアにも国境を接してますし、いろんな意味で、文化も近い、顔もよく似てるというようなこともあります。で、あとは言語能力、スキルオブラングエッジですけども、多言語国家なんで、言語の習得が早い。で介護については、こういう形で、ナースカテゴリーがインドには3つあって、いろんな介護の職種の方々がいらっしゃるということで、今後介護特殊職種にも大きなポテンシャルを秘めているということです。はい、すみません。あんまり時間がないんで、next please。で、これ、next please。sorry。で、実際の、システムオブセンディングアンドアクセプティングフロムインディアですけど、特に難しい、手続きはありません。技能実習制度は MOC を2017年、SSW は MOC を2021年に結んでいるということで、技能実習は MSDE と NSGC で、特定技能は、MEA と MSDE ということで、二国間協定を結んでいるという状況です。はい。Next, please. で、ページ8ですけど、インド関連の直近の取り組みでいくと、2023年にマッチングイベントを東京と大阪でやりました。で、インドから15の送り出し機関が来日して、総勢100名以上の来場者で、直接日本にいながらインドの送り出し機関と直接の面談を日本側の人にしていただいたと。で、2番目が先ほど申し上げた来年の2025年からの1週間の実行が主催して NSDC とともにやるインド視察プログラムです。で、今スケジュールは NSDC の方でいろいろ練っていただいて相談をしている最中ということです。で、セミナーということで、こういう大使館のセミナー、マンスリーのセミナーに毎回出席をさせていただいているということです。で、あとは、後ろのページはですね、next please. This is also you have an English version, but this is just for your information from 2027, 2027年から現在の TITP になり変わって育成就労という新制度ができます。でこれは、Employment for Skill Development ということで、from Trainee から to Employment に変わるということで、少し労働力不足の補給を行うという色合いが出てくるという状況です。ですから、まだまだインドの可能性というのはものすごく大きくありますし、いっぱい可能性はあるし、人口も多い、年齢も若いということなので、これからますます労働力不足になっていく日本の中で大きな重要性で我々も注目していく必要性があるということです。今日はどうもご清聴ありがとうございました。Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, Mr. Kumemasato, for your presentation. Next, we'd like to invite Mr. Vedmani Tiwari, CEO, National Skill Development Corporation, or NSDC, and MD NSDC International, for his virtual presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible? Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank for giving NSTC the opportunity to present what we are doing here. So our presentation is short one where we want to cover most of these things. Go to next. So this is introduction about NSDC. NSDC operates through 6 verticals: NSDC Impact, NSDC Digital, NSDC International, NSDC Academy, and NSDC Finance. And we are architect of skill ecosystem covering policy programs and skill government of India in the skilling and education space, financing solutions, capacity building, digital platforms, skill advisory, quality management, integration with education, thought leadership, and industry connect. The key initiatives by Government of India and NSDC in skilling for global needs are, first of all, the National Education Policy 2020 adopted by Government of India has a very strong focus on skills in education. So today we are integrating skills in both school education and higher education ecosystem. So much so that a higher education institution can actually have their curriculum with 50% skill component. We are building initiatives for future skills. So Government of India has launched internship program, which is called Prime Minister's Internship Program, with top 500 companies for 10 million youth in over 5 years. The government is also sponsoring a very large upgradation program for industrial training institutes, and National Green Hydrogen Mission has been launched for green energy skills. We are building digital platforms, which is called Skill India Digital Hub, SID, where 690 plus online courses, more than 1,500 ebooks, and it is integrating with all government services. As everybody knows that Digital India is a very powerful initiative of Government of India. So Skill India Digital Hub integrates with the entire ecosystem of Government of India. To promote international mobility for talent from India, we are also building Skill India International Centers, where focus is on international labor mobility. And first center has already been established in Varanasi for end-to-end candidate facilitation. The initiatives in this area for international mobility are in terms of language training centers in multiple cities, offering English, German, Finnish, and Japanese language trainings. NSDC International has identified 4 million openings across 16 high priority countries. Partnership with industry for market relevant curricula. So we work with industries in India to develop the market relevant curricula. And we also work with them to leverage corporate social responsibility for upgradation and setting up skills centers of excellence. Another solution that has been done is a skill impact bond, which is outcome-based financing model. It has trained over 30,000 youth with 60% female participation. Today, it is catering to domestic needs, but a skill impact bond can be actually become a very powerful tool for global mobility. There could be a very country-specific skill impact bond also, where outcome focused on the outcomes expected in that context. Digital transformation is already I have talked about in terms of Skill India Digital Hub, but that's not the all. We also have NSDC JobX, where we are aggregating global jobs and doing AI-based matchmaking to ensure that the jobs and candidate matching happens. NSDC Academy, as I told you, is among the various verticals of NSDC, focusing on future skills in IT and green energy sectors. When I go to India and Japan collaboration, we have collaboration on TITP, which is Technical Intern Training Program. This was initiated in 2017. And as of now, it is focuses on healthcare, textiles, and agriculture. This initiative not only enhances skills but also fosters cultural exchange. There's another program which is manufacturing skill transfer promotion program. This was established in 2016 with the aim to train 30,000 individuals over 10 years in Japanese manufacturing practices through Japan India Institute for Manufacturing, GYM, and Japanese Endowed Forces, JECs. So far, 40 gyms and 12 JECs are operational in India. There's another program which is called Specified Skill Workers Program, where memorandum of cooperation was signed in January 2021 for 16 specific sectors, including nursing, construction, shipbuilding, and IT. Workers who meet the necessary skill requirement and pass Japanese language tests can gain employment in Japan as specified skill workers. If we track the progress under various these programs, so technical intern training program is the stakeholders are skilled Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India, and Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan, Ministry of Justice, and Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare on the Japanese side. As I told you, the MOC was signed on October 17, 2017, and NSDC was nominated as a monitoring agency for this TITP program in January 2018. TITP aims to transform India's skill ecosystem by sending and accepting technical interns from India to Japan. It enables Indian industries to imbibe the best practices of Japanese industry. If we see progress so far, there are 25 sending organizations which have placed 1,706 candidates during this period. And you can see on the right hand side the gender and the sectoral breakup of these placements, where we find that automobile repair and maintenance is the largest sector, followed by machinery and so other sectors. Over last 1 year, and for promotion of TITP program, in November 2023, two business matchmaking seminars were conducted in Tokyo and Osaka. January 2024, NSCC signed an MOU with Ehime Prefecture. Then March 2024, promotional seminar by Ehime Prefecture was done. And then July 2024, the promotional seminar by Ehime Prefecture's number 2 happened, which was with a view to introduce sending organizations from India in Ehime Prefecture, which was attended by Nihon Itoke and ARMS, etc. July 2024, the third promotional seminar happened on promoting acceptance of Indian human resources in lodging industry in Ehime Prefecture. In July 2024 also, the Vice Governor of Osaka visited India, and NSTC hosted the visit in July 2024. November 2024, we also hosted visit of Ibaraki Prefecture and Yamagata Prefecture to India. How we can take it forward, what opportunities exist? I think there are a few suggestions from our side. One is expansion of sectors, including sectors such as renewable energy, artificial intelligence, and advanced manufacturing technologies. Then trainings, domain, language, and culture. Joint research and development initiatives, strengthening policy frameworks to support skilled worker mobility and encourage broader participation in international opportunities. A mutual recognition of qualifications and testing centers across the country. These are some of the opportunities which will help scale this program. I think this is all from NSDC side. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Tiwari, for your presentation. Next, we have a short corporate film from NSDC.
there is a will, you will get a skillful revolution. With us, every ambition will always find exponential potential. Yes, we are National Skill Development Corporation, and we are building an army of skilled and confident aspirants who can conquer the world with their mighty will. By this year, more than 15 million aspirants have received their skill training under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. More than 5 million aspirants either started their own businesses or secured their job as a skilled worker. More than 5,000 new industrial training institutes have been established in the last 9 years. You see, right from conception to creation, NSDC is enabling a skill ecosystem that's transforming millions of lives to grow unhindered, leveraging the untapped opportunities by making things future-ready for our aspirants, contributing towards Atmanirbhar Bharat, which instills a spirit of self-reliance through the skilling paradigm, playing the most pivotal role of being the knowledge partner to the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India, fully committed to shaping a skilled and capable workforce, contributing immensely to the socio-economic growth of our nation. With a relentless focus on impact, we have set in motion numerous initiatives that resonate across diverse sectors. Individuals turn their newfound skills into opportunities, creating a ripple effect of positive change by engaging more than 2.8 million candidates as apprentices, leaving no one behind from urban centers to remote villages. Today, the skill development revolution is accessible to all. This year, more than 110 new age job roles were generated to create an army of future-ready and industry-ready workforce, showcasing India's prowess in skill development and earning global recognition with an extensive reach spanning 25+ countries. We create connections between skilled candidates and global employers. NSDC facilitates a transparent recruitment journey catering to diverse industries such as healthcare, logistics, IT, engineering, and more. Our digital technology and several platforms within aim to skill nearly 260 million students in schools and higher education, serving as a comprehensive information gateway for all that's designed to meet the evolving needs of India's diverse populace to build a skilled, empowered, and progressive India. Laying a strong foundation, mending the path of every aspirant's destiny, and above all, inspiring progress by instilling in them to earn respect, gain innumerable confidence, and be financially independent. After all, we are the force behind India's skilling power. Our achieving strides in the upskilling arena is the reflection of our dedication. NSDC, powering the youth of India with new ideas, will, and ambition to thrive and be on top of the world.
Thank you for the video. Lastly, we'd like to invite Shri Lav Bhardwaj, Assistant Vice President from Invest India, for his virtual presentation.
Sure. Good afternoon. Is my screen visible to everyone? Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. I thank the Embassy of India in Tokyo for providing us this opportunity to present as this at this esteemed event. I am Lav Bharadwaj, Assistant Vice President, Invest India. At the outset, I want to
thank Honorable Deputy Chief of Mission, Shri R. Madhusudan, for this opportunity and the senior officials of the embassy. At the same time, Mr. Masato for the wonderful presentation that he made from JITCO. To Vedmani Tiwari, sir, CEO and MD NSDC, for gracefully accepting the invitation to present at this particular event. Today, I serve as the Assistant Vice President at Invest India. However, I have also worked in the skilling ecosystem for the majority part of my public policy practitioner career. And I'm going to present today at Future Skills towards India-Japan Skill Connect. I'll be drawing heavily from my experience of having worked in the National Skills Regulator, which is NCVET. Moving on. So today, as all of you are aware, Invest India serves as the National Investment Promotion and Facilitation Agency of Government of India, where we are having a mandate of promoting investment, trade, and technology across multiple sectors in the Indian economy. We are a new age progressive organization which is situated between the public and the private domain, bringing the best of the both worlds. And we work towards awareness and engagement, market advisory, strategy and implementation, aftercare, and long-term partnership. Especially for skill development, the major tenets that drive Invest India are identifying and facilitating the investor skill gap in the regions and clusters where their investment is happening across India. Secondly, driving investment and skill development and education in our country. Briefly, I'll be touching upon the mega trends of 2030 and beyond, which are actually shaping the future skills across the globe. As you can see, heterogeneous future, personalized retail, terabyte era, the integrated mobility, hyper-localization, everything as a service, future of economies, transhumanism are some of the areas which are actually the levers for the future skills which are emerging both in India across the globe. The given two slides talk about subsectors of these 13 mega trends, which are the transformational themes. And our major challenge today is to drive job roles for effective absorption in the economy in these mega transformational themes. As you can see, connectivity and convergence, starting from roadmap to 5G, data monetization, edge computing, etc., cognitive era, where future of computing, intelligent digital assistants, robotic workers, which is again Industry 4.0 and beyond, bricks and clicks, which talks about enhanced retail experience, smart is the new grain, sustainability themes are driving the future workforce, and which is very important in the future skills domain. Social trends, today, the generation Y and millennials are actually working towards the future role of the public sector, the future role of private sector, and these trends have to be mapped and understood for developing the future job roles for a successful integration into the economy. Similarly, new business models are emerging like data as a service, crowdsourcing and creation, circular economy, value for money, sharing economy, etc. New age health models are emerging. There is a lot of scope in nutrichemicals, femtech, digital healthcare, etc. Similarly, looking at some more areas and not delving deeper into it, innovating to zero, economic trends, urbanization, where city is looked at as a customer, future of infrastructure development, future of energy, and future of mobility are some of the mega trends which are driving the future skills. So this is particularly one very interesting slide which talks about the potential surplus population in the working age group from 15 to 59 years across the globe. And as you can see, the countries and regions in red are the ones where there is a deficit. The ones in yellow are the ones where there is a slight, slight increase or slightly more working age group population, which is a surplus. And if you look at India, particularly in the South Asian region, the surplus is of the order of 47 million. When we look at Japan, over the period of 7 to 8 years, this deficit is today stands at 9 million of working age group population. What do we want to say by this particular slide? Is that there exists a lot of potential for feeding the skill gap from the ones where there's a surplus to the deficit areas. The slide again talks about the major areas of future skills. I'll give this slide a skip. One of the very important slides, which is what the government of India has worked towards, and Ved sir was also mentioning in his presentation, is the National Credit Framework, which is the operationalization of the National New Education Policy. What this essentially means is that India has come up with a meta framework which intertwines academic learning, skills learning, and experiential learning. The levels of the National Skills Qualification Framework, which earlier existed from 1 to 10, have now been rationalized to 1 to 8. And this is also towards the global equivalence, because majority of the frameworks across the globe are generally from 1 to 8 levels. What this slide basically talks about is that the intermobility between education, skills, and experience is no more a thing of the past. And this is, while we talk, getting implemented in the country. This is one major framework through which equivalence in mobility can be driven between India and Japan. As I was mentioning, there are multiple levels of competence in the National Skills Qualification Framework through which such mobility can be operationalized. Basically, level 1 to 3 focuses on the base levels of the job roles which are required in the economy, which are majorly in the sectors of agriculture, handicraft, MSME, small services. 3.5 to 5.5 levels are majorly in manufacturing and some levels of services. The future skills which exist in these levels are cutting edge level of manufacturing and tech. For instance, predictive maintenance is one, amongst others. They can be electronics, manufacturing, etc. Then there are higher levels, which are level 5.5 to 8, which are comprising 5 to 10% of the overall requirement of skilled workforce, which are more strategy oriented, more leadership oriented, more oriented towards advanced training facilities. The current PPT slide talks about the future of work framework. This is how majorly India looks at it, where on the left you see key disruptors shaping future of work, which are basically the rise of the gig economy, diversity of generational change, talent and skill supply shortage, unprecedented global events. The inner circle represents the factors which impact work, workforce, and workplace. The outer circle represents the stakeholders, institutions which impact work, workers, and the workplace. The factors on the right represent what future of work will focus upon. For instance, flexibility at workplace, machine-human collaboration, health and well-being, skilling and employability, amongst many others. I'll briefly touch upon the roles which exist today in the National Skills Qualification Framework, the job roles, which are already aligned to the National Skills Qualification Framework across various subdomains, which are part of the future skills category. So we came up with the definition of future skills, which basically is not only technology driven, but also in non-technology areas. Future skill can be seen as any skill which has an accelerated rate of adoption in the economy. When we look at a country like India, the diversity and the heterogeneity across sectors is plenty. And what is a skill at a given megalopolis can be a future skill of penetration at a tier 2 or a tier 3 city. For instance, if we talk about electric mobility today, in a lot of urban agglomerations today, electric mobility job roles are a common sight. However, in the majority part of the country where electric mobility is penetrating at a slower rate, this is still a future skill. So these are the areas where future skills are being identified and created as qualifications and adopted in the economy. Major areas are 3D printing, 5G, 6G technology, EV or automotive, IoT, automation, robotic process automation, cloud computing, electronic design, AI/ML, cybersecurity, augmented reality, virtual reality, etc. Mechatronics, VLSI design, nanotechnology. The numbers that you see on the top are basically the qualifications which are already existing in these given job roles in the National Skills Qualification Framework. Green hydrogen is an area where a lot of future skills have been developed. Blockchain, biotech, sustainable agriculture, and various others. These are a sub breakup of the future skills at various levels, which have been developed in the National Skills Qualification Framework. For instance, you can see that if we look at 5G or 6G technology, right from level 3, where there is a telecom rigor, to a level 6, where we talk about information and communication technology engineer on 5G networks. So at different levels of competency, these skills are being identified, developed, and then adopted through various awarding bodies and training partners, rolled out for career pathways in the economy. Similarly, these are the future skills in health tech, mechatronics, VLSI design, and others. Quickly, I want to point out at certain tenets where India and Japan can definitely partner moving ahead in future skills. As Ved sir pointed out in his presentation, identification and training in mutually important future skills. For instance, electric mobility, electronic manufacturing, these are also priority sectors of investment in India. Second, preparing equivalence and mobility framework for smooth transition to masses of freshers and experienced manpower through upskilling and reskilling courses. And this can be done in a blended approach. India is also working towards blended learning, and India and Japan can partner in these delivery and scalable models of blended training and skilling. Co-creation of curriculum and skill qualifications. A lot of these future skills hold the capacity to be co-created for mutual exchange and mobility. And the most important, I would say, is realizing the skill gap at both the nations and pathways of mobility so that the skills which are required in Japan and which India can saturate and vice versa can be fulfilled. I would like to thank you with this.
Thank you, sir, for your presentation. With this, we would like to conclude today's seminar. On behalf of the Embassy of India in Japan, we would like to thank all the speakers and participants for their valuable time. Please join us for the networking session at the foyer just outside the auditorium. Thank you once again.